What's up, everybody? I'm not even sure what this stream is going to be all about. We'll have to figure it out, I suppose, but, well, I didn't get Man-Thing, so unfortunately, no testing, once again. Haven't been able to test a new champion in a while now, and that trend is continuing. So we'll figure something else out. We'll see. We'll see. But what's up, people? Our Fausty first one in here, followed by Miro Watang, Jimmy D Rock, um, Equal Loon, Gimp 408, Floyd, Leonidas. What up? What up? What's up, everyone? Was expecting a rank up video. I did some ranking up, but the way I do the rank ups, it actually takes a decent amount of editing. So it's just not edited yet. So that should be posted tomorrow. Yeah. Is that Mick? What's up, Mick? Man thingless stream, basically. Yeah. Should we say for the tweet? We could say something about. We hold on. Actually, let's see if we can come up with something funny. I just thought of something. Dearest at Marvel Champions. I missed the Man Thing cutoff. In this game. Oh wait, hold on. That may sound like a good thing, actually. Alright, hold on. That may sound like a good thing. That isn't the worst sounding thing. Unless, of course... Wait, hold on. I don't want to say this. Because get it? Man thing, cut off. Not something you want. I'm just trying to figure out how to word it appropriately. I missed the man thing cut off. Oh man, just thinking of how inappropriate you can make this. I missed the man thing cut off. If I miss it again, I'm cutting my thing off, man. I don't know. Oh my god. All right, let's keep it family friendly. We're all 3 minutes in, and it's the opposite of family friendly right now. All right, hold on. I missed the man thing cut off. Um. Missed the man thing cut off, but I never really wanted my thing cut off, man. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's hard to say. That might cross the the line, Pete. Excuse me. It's not that bad, but I want to dance around it a little bit better than that, you know? I missed the man thing cut off. Maybe I'll just say this. Honestly, as a man, not the worst sounding thing to I'm okay, honestly, as a man, I'm not sure I it all sounds bad. So I missed the man thing cut off, but I still have my big D. Oh my goodness. uh, hmm. All right, you know what? I'm gonna try to avoid it completely just by saying I missed the man thing cut off. Um, there's definitely something inappropriate. There's definitely a good yet very inappropriate joke in there somewhere. I am now live. Okay. Mrs. Mantha Goodoff. It's definitely a good yet very inappropriate joke in there somewhere. But let's not talk about that. Whatever, man. The tweet went from something that was like gonna be funny to something totally lame in like 5 seconds. But I'm tired of looking at Twitter, so there it is. Anyway. So you played with Thing all day, but can't play with your man Thing tonight. That's true, Dysentery Joe. Yeah. I want to race in Labyrinth. Pete, you know I do not. Dude, so it ended up being real close. I didn't watch it, but I saw what was posted in the Alliance chat that it was within like a minute. That's pretty nuts. That's craziness. Rian Doby, I think I always mess up your name. Thank you very much for the 7 czars. I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Hold on. In order to abide by standard Big D rules, I need to just double check. Okay. Alright, thank you very much, dude. Slap. Still getting my voice back a bit. But thank you. BJ, fix this on-screen display situation ready. I miss looking at your screen. This entire job. Sorry, man. I don't know what to do about it. I'm gonna have to do some drastic measures. I don't know. Man, Thing is better anyway. That was your last one. It's true. Thing is... I mean, it's hard to imagine Champion's better than Thing. Honestly, he's such a monster. I'm still pretty sad that I missed this guy, though. Still pretty sad. Did 10.8 million and came rank 508. Nice. Wait, I think nice, right? You're talking about the 4-star? Assuming you're talking about the 4-star. Awesome. Oh, Ravi saying I got Man Thing, though, as a 4-star only. Just did 9.6 million, was ranked 752. Nice. Just squeaked in there. Awesome. BG item list Act 6. I'm not going to do that tonight. We were in there earlier today, and it was tempting to come back and do that again tonight, but I am not going to. I don't know. I want to practice a bit. I want to I have to prepare a bit for like tomorrow's because I'm going back in there. I'm definitely going back in there and trying to get Man Thing. So I wanted to I didn't want to get caught up in like doing Act 6 or something. I'm not even sure what the best thing is to do right now, but I want to put Suicides on. I know that much. Mick, saying over 5. Mick, thank you, dude. Give me 1 sec. Let me update. This is a big old D before I read this and possibly boo you, because I feel like that's what's going to happen. Alright, first off, I know that you have missed me. Do I have to admit it, though? I did. Alright, first off, I know that you have missed me, so enjoy the free pun. If the opposite on pro is con, does that make Congress the opposite of progress? Mick, it's good to have you back. Not even gonna boo or anything. It's just good to have you back. All right. So I didn't touch the the defensive tree. Oh man, just Terry. A few people saying yes. Miro said in the boo. What's up, Pixie Bell? I can hear him laugh at his own jokes through our wall. Sigh. All right. Hold on, let me figure out what build I want exactly. So I didn't touch the defensive tree, which is good. I don't have to respec that. It'd be nice to keep some points in MD, but I probably won't. I probably will just ditch MD. But even if I ditch MD, it's not enough points to max out suicides here. So this all kind of sucks. I think I'm going to have to respec offense and proficiency trees. I mean, hold on. Technically I could take 2 points out of Coagulate. Have it there just kind of as a safety. I do like having Despair maxed out. I need 8 points. No, alright, screw it. I'm just going to go back to my other build. Just trying to see if I could arrange things in such a way that I got to keep Mystic Dispersion or possibly even keep Deep Wounds, but nah. Let's see some more Act 6 attempts. It'd be fun, but I don't want to get caught up in Act 6 because I want to make sure that I get some good rest tonight. This way I can start the grind nice and early and yeah, just really go full force at it. I need to get this man thing. Man. Alright, set that back up. Let's go ahead and cut the offensive stuffs. Throw these back in here. We've got some other things that I can kind of do, but it's mostly just going to be a pretty chill stream of I don't know, just kind of taking care of some side quest type stuff. Maybe I could even wait. Oh, wait, isn't completion on? Completion is on, right? The 3-day Alliance event. We could do. Maybe I'll pop some refills, go through uncollected or something like that. I don't know. We'll figure something out. I want to do the side quest first. How do you do the thing where you highlight the name of the person you're talking to? You just do @ and then their name. Oh yeah, looks like yeah, people are already doing it to you. Dysentery Joe is. That's all it is. Hey Brian, 2 questions. Who would you awaken 5-star? Venomduck, Proxima, or Angela? Second question, should I do Labyrinth or all of Act 5 first? Act 5. As for which one of those you'd awaken, I don't know if I'd awaken any of them. Angela, definitely not. Cross Angela's name off the list for sure. Venom the Duck. It's tempting. I feel like he can be played without his awaken ability though, so I would save that gem. I wouldn't give it to Venom the Duck, even if I was, even if your intentions were to rank him up and play him and stuff. You could just do that unawakened. And Proxima, I don't know how much Proxima's awaken ability matters either. Proxima, at best, you need 75 hits in the combo meter to even activate her awaken ability, I believe. Therefore, the enemy's gonna die by the time you get that many hits with Proxima. You know, if you can keep the combo going that long, it's likely that you're also completing missions. Although I suppose you don't necessarily have to be completing missions. That is a nice thing about having her awakened is if you get the intercept one or something and you just can't do it. Could always build that combo meter and then pop the L3, I suppose. But yeah, I would save it. Brian, listening the voice of reason and go back to Act 6 / power to the people. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't do. I don't want. I love doing Act 6. I had a blast today in there. It was good to go back. But sadly, there's other things that I need to do, and most of it really is just kind of being prepared for tomorrow, kind of thing. Where I can, grind my buns off in the arena. Okay. Do you like mushrooms? I do not. I don't like any kind of mushrooms. The food kind or the magic kind. Brian, why don't you max out cruelty? Are diminished returns that visible there? So cruelty is nice. I like having it maxed out. But I just don't have the points. I have 15 points in the left half of the offensive trees here to unlock despair and suicides. I put that extra point into courage over having maxed out cruelty just because I think courage is more powerful. That first point at least. You want to know what makes everything better? Lola. It's true. Yeah, I mean, I could take a point out of coagulate and put that into cruelty. But right now, since I'm running champions that do not have immunities in Alliance Quest, it's just safer to have that point in coagulate versus the tiny bit of extra damage gain from cruelty. Okay, first things first, I gotta dump this energy. As a matter of fact, that might be all we're doing today is just dumping energy. But I want to complete this quest on Master and Epic. So let's do that. Oh, cool. I could run Namor. Thing. Medusa. I could run... What are the requirements for this? Feels like there's none. What? Champion requirements, hero or villain. That's basically everybody. It's not everybody. I know not everyone's a hero or villain, but geez. Okay. It's wide open, huh? Sure. Aw, are you serious? I can't get the synergy though? Son of lame. Alright, let's use Mysterio. Hyperion for the last spot. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's do... You know what? I use Omega Red too much. Let's get rid of Omega Red. And in his place... I use Venom. I use Venom a lot too, but not as much as Omega Red. Brian, word is Fringe Head? Fringe Head? Fringe head. I mean, I know what fringe means, and I know what a head is. But fringe head? I feel like those two words don't really go together. What the hell? You haven't even tried magical shrooms? That's true, I haven't. They just seem kind of gross to me. I'm not even talking about like the effect of them. Just in general, I don't know. I don't want to eat them. I want to put them in my mouth. ABG, I have H, rank 4, level 40, 4-star champs, all awakened. Hold that thought. We're in danger. Dun-dun. Dun-dun. Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. Dun-dun. Lola. I got Lola paw in my mouth. No, get out of here. No. What was I reading? Hold on. Alright, hold on. 8 rank 4 level 44 star champs. All awake. They are Medusa, Heroic Wasp, Age of Ultron, Vision, Iceman, Venompool, Winter Soldier, and Ultron. Have the tier 4 basic to rank up anyone, but not tier 4 class Kalos, so who should I push for? You mean... Do you mean push for like one of those 8, like to try to get the class type? Or are you saying like just to take another champion up to 440? I'm guessing you're talking about ranking up one of those to rank 5. I would not go with Ultron, Winter Soldier, Venompool. The rest are more worthy, I would say. I wouldn't go with Wasp. Just she's cool and actually very powerful, but she can't really take a hit. Kind of need some champs that can take a hit, that are, you know, to rank those champions up first, I would say. I would say Iceman, Medusa, or Rolk would probably be my choices for who to go with first. Whenever you get the tier 4 class Catalyst, but it's, you know, you can't always control that type of thing, and you got to go with personal preference as well of who you like. Did Mick just get timed out? Saying your word sucks. Well, all right. Speaking of the word, though, fringe head. What the hell is a fringe head? Seriously. Fringe head. Fringe head is it's a type of deli meat. Kind of like boar's head, except fringe head. Where they it's a rare meat. I don't know. What the hell am I supposed to say for fringe head? Okay, fringe head. Maybe it's okay. Fringe head is it's an adjective describing a person's mental state when they are. It's kind of like another way of saying that this person's just kind of spacing out. You know what I mean? They're not really with it. Kind of daydreaming, drifting off. That's my actual answer. I'm sure it's correct, so go ahead and tell me so. What? Wireless bird? In OBG, that deli meat is called head cheese. Oh, the old head cheese. Okay. BG, what was your score on Man-Thing? 42.5 mil. Fringe head, noun, any fish. What? Are you serious? Any fish of the genus Neoclinus, characterized by a row of fleshy processes on the head. What? What is that? As noun? Blanchardy, sarcastic fringe head of California coastal waters. Okay, so I wasn't right this time. But what? Also what? Is Carnage good enough to take to rank 4 as a 5-star? He hits really hard, but his utility isn't the type of utility that most players really find that they need. So, for the most part, I would say no, he's not the most ideal rank 4 candidate. But if you don't have any other better options, he's not the worst champion to take up. So, yeah, I'd probably look for a different champion to rank, but If you don't have anyone better or something like that, he can still help you get through content. Tornadoes here in Dallas area. Maybe my last stream. Marcus, don't talk like that, man. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be just fine, dude. Stay safe, man. I hope everything's good for you. Hope the tornadoes stay away. Does Sim Supreme need to be awakened? No. Sim Supreme does not need to be awakened. In some fights, it's nice to have Sim Supreme awakened, but for the most part, it's unnecessary. Still think that was a wireless bird. No one can convince me otherwise. Okay, that's fair. Hey man, got a 5-star tech awakening gem from the test. What's up, Chris? Failed test, Chris. Summer appreciation calendar was able to awaken my ghost. Oh, well, Goat Farmer, congrats. That's awesome. Everyone can thank Star for these next few puns. Oh no. Why? Why? Mick, don't do it. I didn't time you out, man. Just keep that in mind. It was Star. It was all Star. BG, should I 100% all of my acts or keep on going through Act 4? Typically, what you should do is push as far as you can, like on a single path throughout a quest. And then once you get to a point where like the quest is too difficult to push through, it would take too many resources. Don't push it that hard, you know, don't use all of your resources to get through a quest, because you're just going to get stuck in the next one if that's the case. At that point, once you are feeling stuck and like that quest is too difficult for you, then go back and start 100% clearing, you know, all the quests leading up to that point. Pretty much. Mick sending over another 5. Hang on. Let me update this big old D before I read these. Thank you very much. Wait, what is this message? I don't know if I want to read this, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and not read that first one, because that's pretty offensive, I would say. Let me see what the next one is. You don't need a parachute to skydive. You need a parachute to skydive twice. Well, that's just good. That's just a good advice right there. You hear that, guys? You do not need a parachute to skydive. Only if you want to do it twice. But yeah, thank you for another 5. Yeah, definitely not reading that first one though, man. you gotta be careful what you say, dude. That is people are not gonna be happy if they read that, dude. You're not gonna make any friends that way. Got a 5-star Science Awakening Gem from the 5-star Awakening Gem Crystal. My options are Gulk, Void, or save it for Captain Beardo. Hold on. 5-star Science Awakening Gem from the 5-star Awakening Gem Crystal. Options are Gulk, Void, or save for Captain Beardo. I would not give it to Gulk. Gulk does not need to be awakened. Beardo doesn't really need to be awakened either, although his awakened ability is pretty powerful in the right situation. But it's one of those abilities where you gotta get it to a high sig level, or else it's not going to be too reliable. Void is a fantastic candidate for a champion to awaken, and yeah, that's what I'd recommend. You don't necessarily need to give it to him right away. You could wait and see for a situation to come along where you need that Void, if you really just want to save it for Captain Beardo or someone else. But I mean, he's a fantastic champion to awaken. So, yeah. BG, which are the few skill champs worth the 5-star 4-5 rank up gem? It's all situational depending on what you need, but I will call out a few that could be good candidates. Nick Fury is a strong candidate for sure, possibly one of the best. Aegon, if you haven't done Labyrinth of Legends yet. Massacre, I would say, has his uses, and although not the most common rank up, I do think that Massacre could be worth the gem. And if I got a 4-5 skill, like it's tough. Massacre is a cool champion, and for me personally, it'd be tough to rank him up with just you know, tier 5 basics, but using a 4-5 gem, I feel like because it's locked into that class and everything, I could be a little bit more loose with it, and I think I would put Massacre on the list. Let's see, who else though? Am I forgetting anyone? Skill champs. Korg for defense. Yeah, I don't know. I might be forgetting a champ or two, but yeah. Those are some of them, at least. Oh, Blade. Oh, I forgot about... Oh, Blade. Killmonger. Yeah, someone else is saying Killmonger, too. Both of those champions. Totally forgot about those guys. I guess... I guess because I don't have them. And I've been trying to pull them forever. I kind of just forgot. Is the cutoff for 1,000 5-star shards in the 5-star featured arena is still around 6.5 mil? Roughly, yeah. I don't know what it is exactly, but roughly that, yeah. Of course, the higher you go, the safer you're going to be. Might be a good idea to go to like 7.5 million because you get that milestone for it. If it's, you know, if it's not too difficult. It is a lot of extra points, but it is going to make it safe, and you do get that milestone at least. So. What do people say? It's always in the last place you look. Of course it is. Why would you keep looking after you found it? Oh man, that is a real dad joke right there, man. I think I remember my dad telling me that, actually. Do people do this? Who and where are they? Oh, the say the last place you look. Is that what you're talking? The second part confused me. You know, I haven't heard anyone say that in a while, actually. I have Aegon at rank 5. I have Blade at rank 4. Oh, you know, Gwenpool. Gwenpool is a questionable one, I feel. But maybe she's worth it. I have Gwenpool rank 3 and Killmonger rank 3. 2 for now. I have 2 skill awakening gem and was waiting for Nick Fury. Yeah, Nick Fury's a beast. I feel like he... Oh, you know what? Also Thor Ragnarok, I forgot, for prestige purposes. He's definitely worth a rank up gem. But I feel like Nick Fury might be like just the general purpose best skill champ right now. Of course, in the right situation, any of those skill champions that I mentioned could be better. Right? I mean, even just if you're looking at prestige, then hey, Thor Ragnarok is the best. But they all have their own strengths and weaknesses and stuff. But Nick Fury, I'd say he's good on attack, good on defense. He's generally a solid champ. Eventually, I'm probably going to take mine to rank 5, but oh, and good synergies too, of course. But yeah, I don't know when I'll be able to get this dude up to rank 5. So many other champs to rank. Looks to not get the champ. You grind out for arena, right, just by a couple of thousand points. Yeah, man. It's rough. So I said this previously. but in case anyone hasn't heard the Man-Thing Miss story, just a quick recap. I would have got enough points for Man-Thing had I been able to wake up on time in the morning. And I think it was just my body, you know, I'm still pretty sick. And like right before I went to sleep, I had trouble sleeping, just going into like a coughing fit. And just really coughing like crazy. And I think when I finally was able to fall asleep, my body was just like, dude, screw the champion, you're getting sleep. And yeah, I just slept right through the alarms. So, if I was able to wake up, I would have ran my 5 and 6 star champions one more time, and I would have got Man-Thing, but I did not. Who's asking about Massacre? Send them my way. I will show them the joys of the Incinerate King. No one was asking about Massacre. It was just somebody asking what skill champs are worth using a 4 to 5 gem on. And yeah, I said he was one of them. In my current setup, Nick Fury has the fastest Realm of Legends kill time. No suicides, 550. He's pretty fast with it. Yeah. What quest is this? This is the epic level of whatever the side event is called this month. Who's your favorite champion? Favorite champion is Venom the Duck. DJ completed Act 3, but Act 4 jumps in difficulty beyond my reach. What do you suggest I do? No worries. You could do a few things. One, I mean, there's always going to be jumps in difficulty that you may not be ready for. So, first thing to keep in mind is sometimes you just got to be patient. You know, wait till you get the resources to rank up your champions, and then you can move on. And of course, to get the rank up materials, there's still plenty of other things that you could do in the game. The monthly event quest, if you're not doing that already, that should be your priority over the story quest anyway, since it's temporary content. And once you know, if you don't complete it, then those rewards are gone. Whereas the rewards in the story mode, they're there forever, and you can always go and get them. So make sure you're staying on top of the monthly event quest. You know, build up your catalyst stash by doing the catalyst daily quests. Spend your energy there. Yeah, and just 100%. If you have any leftover energy, 100%. You know, whatever you can in story. As for the kind of skill building side of things, because you know, this game, it's not all just about pulling the right champion and having them ranked up. It is a very skill based game, and there's a lot that you can do to improve and work on your skills. And I'm not sure if you've seen the series yet or not, but there's a series on YouTube created by Dorky Diggity Dave over on the Dork Lessons channel. It's the How to Fight Like a Ninja series. I think it starts with How to Parry Like a Ninja. But yeah, just make sure to watch those videos. Some of the later videos in that series, like Instinctive Touch, they might be a little too much for where you're currently at in the game. But there's a lot of strong basics to kind of build your you know, develop your skills with some of those videos. So I recommend checking that out. And then, yeah, let some time go by and then go back into the quest and crush it. Thank you guys. Sleep BG said that it resulted in you missing out on Man-Thing, but your physical health should be prioritized over digital health. Yeah, normally I'd agree, but, you know, I could have just taken a nap later in the day. It would have been nice to get the champion. Physical health is, yeah, I mean, it's one of the most important things, but I wanted Man-Thing. Now I have to do the grind again if I really want him, which I do really want him, so I am doing it again. Who to awaken, Aegon or Void as a 5-star? Depends on what your goals are, Carson. Typically, I'd recommend awakening Void over Aegon, but if you had a specific need for Aegon, like clearing Labyrinth of Legends, you know, Aegon's going to be stronger of the two champs for that. Oh, show. BG, do you remember Tech Decks, the OG fidget spinners? Whoa. Did you just compare Tech Decks to fidget spinners? Tech Decks are way cooler than fidget spinners, dude. Talking about the skateboards? Of course I remember those. I never really played with them, but of course I remember them. I did have a couple. Of the Tech Decks, that is. Why do you really want him? I thought he sucked. Well, I have no idea if he sucks. I haven't watched any videos. I didn't listen to Cam's podcast. I should do that. Cam and Stars podcast. Let me be more clear. I should do that, but yeah, apparently he's not very hyped, so he probably does suck. But I want him for his synergy with King Groot. The King Groot synergy gives King Groot 2 extra Furies at the start of the fight, and 2 Furies every time he leaves his healing state. Which, yeah, Doobs, I know you're thinking like, so? So King Groot still sucks with it, huh? But look, man, I like King Groot. And eventually I want to rank 5 King Groot. And, yeah, the synergy will help. Looked at Cam's pros and cons on him, and it didn't look good at all. Yeah, I haven't seen those either. I don't know. I like testing all the champions for myself, too. Because sometimes I love Cam and all, but he does approach it from a little bit more of a negative space, I would say. Really trying to list out all the pros and cons, where I just need a champion to be good for one reason. For them to be a good champion. If they can do one thing really well, that's all I care about. I don't really care about knowing all the pros and cons and stuff. To me, it's you know. Honestly, I didn't listen. I heard King Groot synergy. My mind wandered off and didn't pay attention to what you said. Wow. Okay. That's fair. He's like a tanky King Groot with better poison as a comparison, but he throws an arm at people. See, that's pretty cool. Throwing an arm at someone? I like that. Someone call BG a doctor or a shrink. Rank 5 King Groot. He is either still sick or sick in the head. Well, I wouldn't rank 5 him anytime soon. I would need to get King Groot up to Sig 200, which I don't know how long that would take, but I want to slowly start like funneling him Sig stones. Sorry to hear the Man-Thing grind didn't work out, man. Better luck next round. Yeah. Hopefully I can get him next round. Man-Thing is 100% a defender. So here's the thing about putting Mystics on defense. I don't have Mystic well, I have Mystic Dispersion unlocked, but I don't really want to change my masteries around every time to put points in Mystic Dispersion. So I can't really put Mystics on defense. So for me, he'd probably just be sitting on the bench until I needed him for his synergies. And then, yeah, then I'd use him there. So yeah. He did miss Terrible Memory. Wait, what? Don't forget a few toes. Wait, what? What the heck's going on? Alright, you guys are talking about something else, I guess. So they have about the same usefulness after cool factor is disregarded. Tech deck and fidget spinners. I don't know, man. Tech decks are... I consider them a completely different toy than a fidget spinner. Fidget spinner, I consider them the same category as like those clickety clacker things where all you're doing is just like clacking it type of thing. With a tech deck, although I was never into them enough to do it, I knew people that like, you know, they would actually do like grinds and tricks and stuff like that, man. It's a little different. Pretty fun to play. Countered by Blade for sure, though. Okay. Bring Blade back into the meta a little bit more. Okay. Any idea of the cutoff for 4-star giant-sized Man-Thing? I think someone said they got him with what was it, 9 million for rank like 760-ish. So just under 9 mil, give or take. About 9 mil, let's say. For the 4-star, that is. Alright, so that event's done. I guess I'm going to go through uncollected, because, yeah, I'm not sure what else to do. And completion, it is on. Yeah, I still need more points, so. By the way, I did some leveling up, a decent amount of leveling up, I would say. But I'll post that later. Let's get a good team going here. I mean, I'm just gonna use my autopilot face roll team, pretty much. Let's get these guys going. Do I need anyone else? Do I need other champs? Can I just go full synergy? You know, I'll bring Hyperion there. It's a backup. Damn, yeah, you did. Yeah, no, there was a lot of leveling going on. All right, let's clear the middle first, I suppose. You know what? I'm gonna wait out this minute to get that energy. But head out. I'm under tornado warning now. Connor, stay safe. I hope everything's all right. Hope the tornado doesn't hit you too bad or at all. BG question, what champ should I take to rank 4 between Void or Gulk? Letting you know that doing Act 5, Chapter 3, trying to complete it 100%. Both strong champions. I would... Wait, Act 5, Chapter 3? You know what? There's a bunch of Dormammus in that quest. I was going to say Void is kind of the better all-purpose champion in my opinion, but... there were a bunch of Dormammus, if I remember correctly, all throughout 5.3. So Dormammu might be the way to go. I don't know. I would generally prefer to have Void ranked up, but if those Dormammus are giving you a hard time, then go Gulk. But, I mean, Void can handle them too. You just gotta play a bit more carefully with Void, so... Where's ramp-up damage really needed anymore, though? I mean, maybe she'd be amazing for the new Labyrinth or something. Ooh, which champ we talking? Gonna play, get to choose a lot of what you want, can control if she crits. Are we talking about the new Guillotine? Oh. Damn, I didn't realize I had the energy. Let's roll. Let's roll. What nodes we got here? Short burst lockdown. Okay, whatever. ABG daily tier 4 Callus events, are they worth trying? I've never done them. I don't think they give a lot of tier 4 fragments. It might be worth it if... Alright, here's the way I see it. Alliance Quest, if you're doing, you know, map 4 or higher, you're getting the tier 5 class Callus fragments from the maps. I don't know how much you get exactly, and if that's enough to kind of sustain your tier 4 class cat needs. But if you're short on one class type, even if it's not the most efficient way to get the class catalyst fragments, doing that daily, sometimes you do what you got to do. You know, if you really just want to get that next rank up that much faster. I wouldn't prioritize it though, unless you know you're in that tough spot where you just need those fragments as soon as possible. It's not something that I'd recommend running every day. Alright, Spidey, let's go, dude. Get out of my face. Brian Horace Grant. What the fudge is good, man? What's up, dude? How you doing? BJ, I know you feel useless after not getting Man-Thing, but I still believe in you. Thank you. I was saying it before, but the worst part for me not getting Man-Thing is just not being able to test the champion. I've already missed so many testing streams recently. I just wanted to bring those back. And yeah, I can't do that. But I'm gonna go for him. I'm gonna get him. And I don't know, maybe somewhere down the line I could make up and do a little bit of testing with him. Maybe he'll get a unique synergy at some point, and then we'll do the testing. Or another, like with a newer champion or something at least. Hey BG, are you most excited for one of the next month's champs, Mr. Fantastic, Dr. Doom, or Silver Surfer? I think I'm most excited for Mr. Fantastic. I feel like generally people are probably more excited about Doom and Surfer. Because they've been asked for, like, by far... Those two champions, Dr. Doom and Silver Surfer, I've probably heard those requests for those two champions more than any other champions in the entire game, for people just wanting to see their favorites get added. Which is cool that they're finally getting added now. But I think I'm most excited just to see the final member of the Fantastic Four hit the game. And although I'm not big on like the story behind Marvel Contest of Champions, hearing some of the things that Gabe said intrigued me in the interview that I did with him, where it sounds like Mr. Fantastic's gonna be trying to understand the battle realm and kind of breaking things down, possibly helping Karina. I don't know. I don't know what's in store for the story. But yeah, I'm most excited for him to see the final synergy. The Fantastic Four, it seems like all of them are pretty decent champs. Some of them better than decent. Actually, they're all better than decent, man. Even Invisible Woman. Invisible Woman was the only reason I was saying, like, just decent, but... I think she's a pretty safe champion to play. I think Invisible Woman's damage output, ramping her up and everything, it's pretty unrealistic to be able to, you know, go through a fight, build her up the way that you have to build her up without getting hit at all. But her invisibility is, I don't know, man, it's just such a nice safety to have. I always wanted to rank her up and use her more in what's it called, the item list runs. There's got to be, I feel like there's got to be a place I could use her. I just don't know exactly where. Why are you not using your newly awakened 6-star BG? Ugh. Let's not talk about that. For those of you that missed it, by the way, I did do an opening. I posted that a couple hours ago. So there may be some spoilers in the stream here if you choose to hang out in the stream versus click on the video. I don't necessarily care if you don't want to click on the video. That's cool. Just giving you the fair warning, because some people do not want to have that info spoiled type of thing. Does Thing need to be high sig? He can be played unawakened. His signature ability is amazing though, and at a high sig level, you're basically indestructible. So I wouldn't say need high sig, but it's nice to have. Real nice to have. Dude, Mephisto, get out of my face. I guess this is the boss. I wasn't even paying attention. It must be the boss. Who was the new 6-star Awakening? Alright, spoiler people. 5 seconds. Get out now, otherwise I'm gonna say it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Bishop. I'm not too thrilled about it, Dubes. I'm not all that psyched, man. Freaking Bishop. You know what? I kind of want to do the other quest. Yeah, let's go do the other quest. Get to see a new champion in the other quest, right? That's the one with... Yeah, it's the one with 2099. Alright, I only did 1 path, so 5 paths in this quest. I can maybe 100% clear this. Last 6-star was an effing Gambit. Oof. Yeesh. BG, I have 14 tier 2 alpha and gold, but I'm afraid to rank up champions. I keep thinking the moment I do it, I'm going to pull someone better. How do you have the confidence to rank up so many champions? Well, I do typically wait until the resources are headed out the door. Unless I know that I need this specific champion. So, first things first, I do wait a bit. Just to see all of my options before making that decision. But even if you don't have the most ideal rank up, the way I see it is the resources, they come and go. You know, they're not going to... That's not the rest of the tier 2 alphas that you get for... you know, the rest of your time playing this game. You're going to get more tier 2 alphas. Yeah, sure, it's a rare resource and all. But, doesn't matter. You'll still get the resources again. Don't overthink it. It's good to think about it and try to make the best decision possible, but at the same time, don't overthink it. And yeah, just try to go with whatever champion you think fits best. Let's start clearing out this bottom side first. I mean, I'm sure I have enough time to 100% clear this. So we'll go through all the paths, but still. Mags and Storm, Sig 40. Blech. Yeah, that's rough, dubes. Recently 100% 6.2, watching out of this attempt earlier, I noticed you were using SS dash out and try to dash to get a Dex in Special 1. After Special 3, the armor up allows you to block it easier. Yeah, I'm not the best at that fight by any means. It's tough because I haven't done it that much. I'm kind of lacking the experience. I don't even revive for practice purposes. So if you think about it, like someone who gets to the champion one time, let's say it takes them 10 revives to get through the fight. Well, that's still 10 attempts with the champion where you're learning on all 10 of those attempts, getting a little bit better, right? For me, it's like, okay, I made it to the champion, but I died. Well, back out. I have another attempt in an hour. And I might do 3 or 4 attempts in a stream, you know? So, like, it takes several streams just to get those same 10 attempts in that someone might get in you know, in like 10 minutes worth of time. So, I'm just lacking the practice for that fight, really. Is the biggest thing. I'm ideally, like Lag sent me a message, and I kind of knew about this before he sent the message. But ideally, I wouldn't be doing the whole dash in, dash out thing on the special one. I'd be evading as he's like lunging. Like I would just kind of stand in place, evade like an earlier part of the special one animation. Or pushing him to a special 2 is probably more reliable than the special 1 too, so I just need more practice. I hope I'm not coming off as not accepting the tips though too. I definitely welcome any kind of tips or advice you guys have, but just so you know, a lot of it is not me like making the conscious decision to play the fight in a certain way. A lot of it is just me not having the experience and just doing whatever I can to stay alive and just trying to do my best. Did the way Lags told you about, it's much easier. Yeah. Sure this question was asked, but what was the cutoff for man thing? Yeah, it looks like Rudy answered. It was about 45-ish. I think someone said that 45 missed, but like right above 45 got it. So, a little over 45. I would have put up 47 if I didn't miss my alarm and I got to run my 6 and 7 stars. Or 7 stars, Jesus. My 5 and 6 stars. Yeah, if I could have just ran my 7 stars, I would have got it in one round because they give 100 million points. No, but if I got to run my I got to run my 5 and 6 stars, which they were off cooldown. I just didn't wake up. I would have ended with 47. Oof. Got a little lucky there. Can she be incinerated? Oh, she sure can. Burn, baby, burn. EG, you're saying you're just trying to staying alive. Something like that, yeah. Join the 7-star club, my man. Why am I unawakened? Rank 4 Medusa. Can't do any kind of damage to Chapter 6, Mr. Sinister. Unawakened, you need a Fury, Jonathan. The way Caustic Temper, the way that node works, is you need a Fury buff, or else you're not going to do any damage. Yeah, 6.1 had a really good offer. At least in my opinion, I think that offer was really good personally. I know BG would agree there as well. BG's ignoring messages. Well, sorry I didn't see your message. If you're asking about the 6.1 offer, though, here's what I can tell you. The 6.1 offer is a solid offer. It's good, but it's not as good as the 4th of July offer, or as the 4th of July offer was. And based off of that, we can make a reasonable assumption that the Cyber Monday offer is also going to be a better value than the 6.1 offer. So if you cannot afford to get both, you're going to want to save your units for the Cyber Monday offer. Just get Cavalier, get the Cyber Monday offer, and yeah, call it a day. Save for the next offer after that. It's technically possible to get the units for both, though, even without spending. Really, if you're hitting every single milestone for the week, it's like 2,000 units a week, including what you get out of battle chips on average. So, technically, it's possible to get both if you're a big grinder, but most people will not be able to do that And if you got to pick one or the other, then you're going to want to get the Cyber Monday offer. How many pots would you say would be good to have in the stash for Aegon and Labyrinth? Well, Roboto, I think you have more experience than I do at this point. With Aegon, right? I don't know though. I don't think you need as much as the average champion, but I'd want to have at least 100. Keyword is at least, you know? And that's if you're going in with, you know, without, like if you have, I mean, if you have a bunch of revives, like technically you could probably just get it done with just the revives and you probably don't have to use the potions and stuff, but I would try to get at least 100. More than. What's up, Cody? Best option to defeat that Mr. Sinister? There's some good options. Really just whatever champion you have that can gain a Fury. That is poison immune. That's always the most ideal. And a lot of champions can gain that Fury from the Heimdall synergy. So yeah, I mean, technically you don't need to be poison immune either if you're using someone like Quake, because you only get the poison on you when you hit the enemy. Or Ghost can shrug off the poison real quick. I've heard that. I haven't seen it, but I've heard. I believe it was Seaton that made a video with. Is it Doc Ock, right? I think that's a thing. I haven't got a chance to see that yet, but I think Warlock could be really good if you have the right synergy for him as well. But yeah, I used the combination of Hyperion, Awakened Medusa, and Hulk. I think that was my trio that I took in there. All right, Mick sending over another 10 though, dude. Mick. The generosity tonight is real, man. Sending over 20 bucks. Thank you, dude. Saying the only substitute for good manners is fast reflexes. Never raise your hand to your kids. It leaves your groin unprotected. Wow. Talk is cheap until lawyers get involved. Well, that's true. Friendly fire isn't. Not sorry. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So boo, 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 and boo. Yeah, I think that about sums it up. Mick, thank you very much for the for the now 20 bucks, dude. Sub matters for humor. First one describes me pretty well. Oh, that's what Star's saying? Got it. Got like 0 revives? Yeah, you're going to want to farm a lot of potions then. Oh, I got 4. Oh, man. Alright, let me get back to cruising through here. Let's keep it going. BJ, I watched a lot of videos on Thing, but no one really shows how to quest with him. Like what the best special rotation or when to heavy protect. Any chance you could demo something tonight? Justin, I'm not that well versed with the champ myself, so I actually can't. If I have the time to, if I knew, I would break him down a bit more. But yeah, I need to play with the champion a bunch before I can really tell you like the best way to play him. So yeah, sorry, man. Oh, Cian did Sinister in back issues with Doc Ock. Not sure how Doc Ock would get around Caustic Temper. Oh. Oh yeah, that's true. Okay. I just assume I saw a I think it was just a screenshot and I saw Sinister and I guess I just assumed it was the Sinister because the 6.2 Sinister is the Sinister. If there ever was one, he's it, you know? Just like the champion boss. When you say champion boss, man, that is the 6.2 champion boss. Unless somebody mentions or is talking about war. Hey PG, I missed the end of the stream last night. Did you get the path down item list? Almost. Not quite. I had 4 out of the 5 prowess charges that I needed. And I just couldn't get the 5th one in time before I bit the dust. So I was not able to get the path done. But yeah, it should be soon. Thing really does make that fight a whole heck of a lot easier, man. My thing is not max sig level. I think if my thing was max sig level, I would have been fine. But just any extra damage I'm taking from not having it maxed out adds up. I could do it at the sig level I'm at too. I'm just, you know, just still kind of learning. So still doing item list 6.2. Yeah, Dubes. I just got back to it. I haven't done it in I don't know, like a month or something. It's been a while since I did an item list stream. But yeah, man. I'm not gonna stop until I 100% it. So. Wait, BG, have you been doing all of Act 6 item lists? Just 6.2. 6.1 I used items to get through. And 6.3 I'm gonna use items because I'm going for a Legends run in 6.3. So 6.3 and 6.4. So I'm gonna use items there. Outside of that, I don't know. I did item lists in variant 3. I might do it for variant 4. We'll see. Let me incinerate you. Oh, what the? Dude, Guillotine 2099, her sword is so cool. The way that she rips it apart, dual wielding. Super cool. So somebody mentioned that Morningstar, I think it was Codehanger that said, like, Morningstar might be in the arena as like the repeat champion, and if that's the case, man, I think Morningstar would help a ton in that final quest, and I would totally bring Morningstar in. I would give her a rank 5 gem, no questions asked. Mine is Unawakened. I just need to get her one time. And yeah. And how many paths? There's still 3 paths. The 3 gated paths in the 5th quest, and the final quest. Well, I was about to say just have all of the loops, but yeah, it's not exactly a small thing. I have all of the loops in the final quest, so 8 paths in total if I do them one at a time for the final quest, and 3 in the second to last quest, so 11 total. What do you think of the argument made by KT, Dave, and others that others make that Quake is better than Ghost? Every champion is in the right situation has their own, you know. I'm saying this poorly, but yeah, it's all situational. In some situations, Quake is better than Ghost. Um, and everyone has their opinion on general strongest and all that. That's fine. They can have their opinion. It's just pure speculation because she's part of the month storyline, but Guillotine and Meph have recently been run, so if they go storyline, odds are her. Yeah, I really hope that that's what happens. Morningstar and Thing were my MVPs for 6.2.6. I ranked Morningstar to 5 just for that. Yeah, I would totally do it, man. I have the rank up gem, and yeah. Overall, you generally always say that Ghost is the strongest. Yeah, and I'm not changing that based off someone else's opinion. But like I said, it's all just opinion. There's no reason to like argue about it or anything, you know. It leads nowhere. That's why I don't bother with making like a tier list or a top 10 or whatever. It doesn't go anywhere. It's just people think different ways, and that's it. But I mean, we're talking about a champion that has the highest DPS in the game while taking like the least amount of damage in the game with the most amount of utility, in my opinion. How do you get better than that? But everyone has their opinion, so. Why didn't you Morningstar Awaken for 6.2? She starts with a soul. It might be the biggest reason. Because I need to get 5 souls ultimately throughout the quest. And it's just kind of tough to build her up from 0. So starting with a soul is the big thing, but it's not only that. Like, there's a Hyperion on the path that I need to fight pretty frequently, and if I'm building a soul off of Hyperion, having Morningstar Awaken reduces Hyperion's power gain. Also, Morningstar, against the champion boss is gonna have Furies up quite a bit. And what's it called? Her Awaken ability basically will give her a Fury off of that too. So just to deal extra damage, it's really nice to have. But I think it's mostly just starting with the 1 soul, to be honest. Hey BG, I'm getting ready for work and want to stop by and say hey. So hey, keep up the great work. Hashtag almost 100k subs. Egg Zeus, what's up, man? Alright, dude, have a good day at work. Don't yell at me as this is a repeat question. No worries, man. You can repeat away. Let me see what you're talking about. Give me 1 sec to stop getting messed up by this Red Hulk. I would like to hear the answer from you, BG. If you were made to be a playable champion within MCOC universe, which class do you prefer to be? Oh man, I don't know if this is even a repeat question. Which class do I prefer to be? Well, probably not mutant. I don't know why. I just don't see myself as a mutant champion. Skill is kind of boring. I wouldn't want to be skill. Sorry, I was talking lower for a sec. Skill is kind of boring. So that, I mean, I would probably fall under skill only because I don't have mystical powers and I'm not really cosmic or anything like that, but I also don't have skills, so let's cross skill off the list. Science is pretty cool just because science is cool, you know. So maybe science. I'm not really down with the whole like tech stuff. I don't want to be in an Iron Man suit. Although, I mean, you got to admit, Iron Patriot, his crotch, it's on point. The protection that he has there. I mean, you know. So there's that. But let's cross tech off the list. I would say Science, Mystic, or Cosmic. One of those three. If I had to narrow it down further, I mean, it would just be cool if I had some like Doctor Strange like powers. So I guess I would say Mystic. Isn't the ancient one bald or something? Like a monk? There we go. You can be the plant class from last night. Yeah, I could be the plant class. You look like a man of science. Yeah, I mean, science is cool. I wouldn't mind being part of the science class. Cosmic banana, yeah. ABG, is there another way to get soul charged on Morningstar other than ending match with special 3? Yeah, you don't have to end the match with a special 3. You do if you're running suicides. Oh, give me a second. Hold on. Whew, man. This cough just will not go away, guys. Sorry. Okay. If you're okay, so I'm not a Morningstar expert, but I think I know how her souls work well enough. If I'm wrong, though, someone in the chat, please correct me. The way her souls work and gathering them is after you activate a special 3, you have like these charges on you, and whenever you deal damage to the enemy, the charge counter goes up, and if it reaches 100, you get a soul. Whenever you get hit, though, or take damage from any source, the charges go down. So from your suicides, just that constant poison that you're taking, your souls are going down. So, but if you end the fight with any amount of those charges, you gain a soul. I think that's how it works. So if you're running suicides and you end the fight with a special 3, or I mean, it doesn't matter running suicides or not. If you end the fight with a special 3, you're gonna get a soul, and that's pretty much the only way to do it with suicides. But if you're not running suicides, you can gain that soul in the middle of the fight, just by popping the special 3 and then landing some attacks on the enemy. And you'll gain that soul before it's over. All right, let's keep this going. Almost done with this quest, at least. All right. This freaking cough, man. It's so annoying. All right, yeah, 2 paths left. All right, this won't take long. We'll do this quest, then we'll do the next one. Now, wait, how many 6-star shards? No, I wouldn't. What is it, like 1,000 plus a few hundred for each one, each chapter? Yeah, not enough to open another 6-star. I swear, if I got enough shards to open up another 6-star, I would have just popped it right now, just because I don't want to miss anymore, man. I really don't, and I just want more champions. So I can't do it because I'm not gonna have the units, but it would actually be kind of nice right now to pop open some Cav crystals, just to try to gain some more champions. In the long run, I don't want to spend my units that way, but it just sucks missing, man. Just giving me that feeling of like, damn, if I could just pull some new 5-stars or 6-stars, you know. But yeah, in the long run, I still rather spend the stuff on the offers that come around. Ranking up champions gives me a lot of points too, so I'd rather do that. Open 1 Cav for the people? No, I need the units. I can't do it. Why only with suicides? Though it can be done without suicides too. Just pop special 3, reach 100 charges, and you gain 1 soul. Yeah, that's what I was just explaining for a few minutes. Unless I misspoke, but I explained both ways, with suicides and without, and yeah. Hey BG, I've had a 4-5 skill for a while now, and recently got a skill gem. Who would you rank up if you had to? Well, I guess Nick Fury is probably, in my opinion, the overall strongest skill champ. But we were talking about this earlier. There's definitely a bunch of good skill champs. Blade, Killmonger, Massacre. If you need prestige, then Fraggle Rock. But yeah, Nick Fury. Korg is good on defense still too, although less strong than he used to be. Well, I guess it depends on tier too. But yeah. Just 300 units, BG. Prove that you belong to Mystic. What? How does that prove that I belong to Mystic? No, I mean 300 units. Dude, it takes a lot of time to get 300 units without spending. BG, tough decision to make. Buy 2 of the 6-star shard deals and open a 6-star. I have 31, or open 10 stealth Spidey GMCs. I mean, well, hold on. How much do they? Is it $50? I'm guessing for these things. Wait. Oh, here. Yeah, it's this one. I would probably go for this personally. Wait, are we talking GMCs or Cavs? If it's GMCs, then I would definitely go for this one over the GMCs. With Cavs, I'd probably still get this, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough to say because the Cavs could give you, you know, decent chance to get the 5 stars and stuff too. But this offer comes with boosts, which are nice. I'd probably go with that one if I was gonna get them. I don't know. David Shirley sent it over to. Thank you very much, David. Appreciate that. Saying Bishop Dupe was unfortunate. Yeah. Nick Fury for me. Ooh, David, nice. Congrats. Good stuff. 6-star Nick Fury. That's awesome, man. Thank you very much for the 2 as well. Appreciate it. But you forgot about Aegon? Oh yeah. I said Aegon last time, but this time. There's a guy in here who says like Spike every 30 minutes or so. Huh? Did you tell me out for caps lock? Oh yeah. Yeah, there's no need for cap stuff. I prefer no caps. Appreciate that. Regardless of the message. But alright, anyway. Let's get back to it. Buy Man-Thing Crystal? Nah. I ain't doing that. I could see you in Airbender, The Last Airbender. What does he look like? I mean, he's got an arrow on his head, right? I could do that. The Morning Star for Suicide Souls, if you're bad or maybe good, you can get hit to apply a bleed on the enemy and it will cancel out the poison ticks. Oh, interesting. Done that on a few occasions. Interesting. What's the usual cutoff for 2K 5-star shards? It's been going up recently. It's somewhere around like 14 mil now. I don't know exactly where it's at. High 13s or low 14s, something like that. It's pretty high these days. Bald head, robes, blue arrow, forehead thing. Okay. Got it. I don't know what Suicides is. Please explain. Suicides is a nickname for a mastery setup. The offensive tree, in the top right corner of it, there's a set of masteries that add a lot of power to your champions, but that power comes at a cost. Actually, we can go take a look at it because I have a minute before I can gain an energy, so let's go take a look. So it's the top right corner, and typically people are only talking about Liquid Courage and Double Edge, and Recoil, I suppose, too, as part of the requirements. But nobody really wants Recoil. Well, I shouldn't say nobody. For the most part, if people had the option to not pick up Recoil, they would take that option. Recoil is painful. Anytime you pop a Special 1 or a Special 2, you lose 5% of your max health. And that's just for rank 1. If you're crazy enough to rank it up, then you lose even more health. But usually people don't count Glass Cannon as part of the Suicide Masteries. It's mostly Liquid Courage, Double Edge, and then, like I said, Recoil. But yeah, you can see Double Edge here. It increases the attack of all of your champions by 30%, but up to 20% health is lost by a bleed debuff for the first 16 seconds of the fight. Now, if you're running a champion that is bleed immune, you don't suffer any of the negative effects of Double Edge, but you still get the 30% attack boost. So there's certain champions out there. Oh, and the other one is similar, but it's poison. You take poison damage throughout the fight. So those masteries, they're incredibly powerful. You don't get anywhere near the damage boost from the other masteries. Actually, Deep Wounds can sometimes be comparable if you're using a bleed heavy champion. But anyway, for the most part, they're one of the most powerful masteries in the game. But if you're running a champion that is not suicide friendly meaning they have immunities or some way to heal back that damage, something like that. If you're playing champions that are not suicide friendly, then you're gonna have to use items to recover all that health loss, and well, that sucks, right? No one wants to do that. But there are certain champions out there that are very friendly with the Suicide Masteries. They have immunities, they have abilities to heal, stuff like that. And typically they're regarded as some of the strongest champions in the game. Right now, at least. In the past, the stronger champions in the game were typically not that suicide friendly, actually. And then you have champions that fall somewhere in the middle, like Hyperion here, where I'd rather play Hyperion without suicides, but he does have poison immunity and a healing ability, so he's kind of friendly in both. Good with suicides, good without suicides. How many more days until a new event quest is out? Well, it's whenever the timer expires for the current monthly event quest, so 16 days. 16 and a half days. Is it necessary for a Legend badge run? I'm planning to rank 5 my Corvus and might have a phone upgrade in the next few months. Suicides? Yeah, you're going to want Suicides for a Legends run. Just for Corvus in general, though, he's going to feel much stronger with Suicides than without. So you're going to want them regardless. The two best champs that synergize with Suicides are Ghost and Omega IMO. Would you agree, BG? I would put Corvus in there as well. Corvus, Ghost, Omega, those three. I don't know if I'm forgetting anyone, but I consider them all to be like pretty equally suicide friendly, and yeah. If suicides weren't so expensive, I get them. Yeah, so they do cost a lot to unlock, but it's something that you have forever once you unlock it. Even if you don't run them all the time, because it's not always good to run them all the time. I took them off today for some of the champions that I was using for a specific quest. So Namor. Oh yeah, Namor very suicide friendly as well. Namor negates all the damage pretty much. He works well with them. Yeah. Namor, you can play. I mean, you could play any of these champions without suicides, I guess. But Namor, I feel like doesn't need them as much as some of these other champs. But he's very suicide friendly. Oh yeah. I'd say there's definitely other ones too that are strong, but maybe not on the same level. Even just in terms of like popularity, you could argue that in the right situation they're on the same level or perhaps even stronger. But in terms of popularity, someone like Darkhawk is not the most popular, but damn is that dude suicide friendly. For the most part, you just want to pop L3s with Darkhawk, and the fact that he's a robot, making him fully immune to the suicides. Yeah. Very friendly with them. Iceman. Iceman's pretty good with suicides, but you do want to use your... you don't always just want to use L3s with him, so... Ryan, who'd you use for the All or Nothing path that's in Variant 3, Chapter 3.2? The All or Nothing path. I probably used Stark Spidey and Stunlocked with some power control. Chapter 3.2. Was it All or Nothing? Star, is that the one where it's All or Nothing that also has... where like you hold block to charge your special? I can't remember the name of that. Of that node. But if it's that one, the All or Nothing, where yeah you gain power by holding block, I used Mysterio actually for most of it. Is it Recharge? I was thinking it was Recharge. I couldn't remember if that was it or not, though. You could use pretty much anybody, though, because you build your special 3 so much faster than the enemy, where you'll get multiple special 3s before they get one. The one with improved power gain, that one is Recharge in one of the earlier ones, I think. Oh, is it in the earlier ones? Could have sworn it was in the final quest, but okay. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I probably use Stark Spidey. Hey, Elgato, there we go. I got my first 4-star at level 3, and it was Iceman. Wow, that's pretty sick. Iceman, great champion to get early on. It's awesome. Do I get Suicides or Assassin first? Looking to complete 6.1 in the next few months. Suicides. Assassin is an okay mastery, but it doesn't have nearly the impact that Suicides do. I typically run 0 to 1 points in Assassin, you know. Assassin is the place where I dump spare points into. If I just have extra points and I'm not sure what to do with them, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, this will give me a little bit of damage. It'll help me close out a fight. But for the most part, it's just not on the same level. So yeah. Also, please don't spam, because I just answered your question. And you just copied and pasted it, I guess, again, within like a minute. Actually, that's your 3rd time doing it very quickly here. Please give it some time. Copy and paste in messages is fine. You know what I mean? But you got to give it some time between pastes. Give me some time to read and respond and everything before you paste it again. Otherwise, you're just spamming at that point. All right, dude. I don't want to pop a refill just to do this one fight. Is there anything I could do while waiting? You know what? I can get a few units out of the, what's it called? I want to do that. Out of the Catalyst Arena. So, I don't really care about getting all the milestones in this quest. I mean, sure, it'd be cool to get these Ascendant Crystals, but their value is not that high. For the most part, it's just going to be ISO that you get out of these things. So I'm not going to be grinding for all of the milestones, but there are 2 unit milestones, one at 30k and the other at 250k. Where if I just run my 5 stars, that's not going to take long at all. Oh. Well, that's sad. On second thought, maybe I don't want to do this arena. Off the MCOC topic, what type of music do you listen to? I listen to a bunch of different types of music. Metal is what I listen to the most. Followed by video game music, I guess I would say. Just like nice, sometimes remixes of like, you know, Zelda songs, for example, or some Final Fantasy stuff or whatever. But yeah, metal I listen to by far the most. Well, I don't really know what to do now. I could get some battle chips here. so sad. Do you watch anime? No. The only anime I've ever seen was Dragon Ball Z. And even then, I haven't seen them all just because freaking Cartoon Network. I watched it back, like way back in the day, probably 16, 17 years ago, and on Cartoon Network. And what they would do is they'd play a bunch of the episodes, and they'd be like, okay, Goku's right about to fight Frieza. What's going to happen next time on Dragon Ball Z? And then I'd be all excited to watch it the next day. And they would start the series over. Back on episode 1. And I'd freak out, man. And I suffered through that like 2 or 3 times. And each time they got a little bit further, you know? So I was like, oh, okay, good. They must have made a mistake last time when they restarted the series. Now, okay, I'm going to see the rest of what happens in this Frieza saga or whatever it's called. And yeah, by like the second or third time of them restarting, I was done. Do you know that Dragon Ball is still going? Yeah, it's like Dragon Ball Super or something, right? I haven't seen it. I watched it on Cartoon Network when it first dropped. It was horrible. They just replay the Saiyan saga over and over, and they just progressively kept doing that for years with each next saga. Yeah. I'm sure it was on TV for a while before before I started watching, but bastards, dude. As a fellow metalhead, what bands are you listening to currently? Currently, I go back and listen to a lot of I don't want to say like old stuff, but somewhat older stuff. I can't tell you how many times I've re-listened to from Sirius to, or wait, no, it's from Mars to Sirius. I think that's what it is, right? From Gojira. Good lord, I've listened to that a lot. I'm trying to think of like newer stuff though. So like I unfortunately don't listen to a lot of new stuff. But the album that I liked most this year, I would say, is probably Periphery's newest one. Periphery 4 or whatever. Something about Satan. Hail, or I think it was Hail Stan or something like that. That's really good. You know what, during the Summoner Showdown stuff, I didn't sleep during the Summoner Showdown. I needed something like a little bit more intense to kind of amp me up in the morning. And I would listen to is a band called Persephone, I think is the name of it. They're not the most well known, but I found them a while back. And it's always good to give these guys a shout out because they should be more well known. Hold on. The album that I haven't listened to all their stuff, but the album Spiritual Migration. Oh, so good. Yeah, I recommend that if you're into the metal stuffs. I don't know though. I listened to a bunch. I listened to a bunch of I like mostly random stuff. Just like I'll find something on YouTube and just kind of let YouTube take me wherever it's going. Or same thing with Spotify sometimes. But there's also a lot of garbage that I skip. So. Do you like animals as leaders? You know, I've watched some like drum tutorials from some people covering their stuff and breaking down some of the more intricate parts. I can't say I've ever listened to them a great deal though. They're kind of cool, but I don't know. Not too into them, I'd say. Man, talking about music just reminds me of the concert that I just missed. Kind of sad about it. It wasn't a metal concert. It's close enough though. It's like hard rock, I guess you'd call it. Clutch and Dropkick Murphys. I had tickets and I wanted to go, and then I'm sick, so didn't go. Bummed. That was like a few days ago in Seattle here. All right, a minute left until I have the energy. Just gonna chill out. ABG. Sorry. How to get tier 5 basic and tier 2 alpha frags up fast. Can you tell best way to spend glory points not getting much tier 5 basic from Alliance Quest? Well, you don't get tier 5 basic and tier 2 alpha fast, really. They're the rarest materials in the game, essentially. So, yeah, there's ways to get them. A lot of them do come from like pushing into the higher levels of Alliance quests, Alliance War, or some of the more difficult solo content like the variant difficulties or Act 6, or even the side quests. Some months have, you get some of that stuff, but you're not going to get it super quick, man. The only way to get it super quick is if you pick up some of the bigger offers out there, like Cyber Monday. I'm sure we're going to see a good amount there, but it's meant to be hard to get. So keep that in mind. It'll get easier to get over time too, but just keep that in mind that you got to be patient with it. As far as spending your glory, like the best way to do that, I don't think Tier 5 Basic is that good of a pickup to get when it comes to glory. I mean, the glory store is kind of unique to every individual based on what they want. And some people will only spend their glory on Tier 5 Basic. But it doesn't seem like that good of a value to me. I typically spend my glory on potions first and foremost. If I need potions, I much rather spend glory than units to get them. And I got to make sure that I have enough potions to get through whatever content I'm going through. But if that's already taken care of, then I actually like to get Tier 4 Basics. But like I said, everyone's different. And the Tier 2 Alpha are not the worst value out of the Glory Store. If you're just in need of more Tier 2 Alpha, that could be good. Or, like I said too, some people really they're all in on going after the biggest resource. Even if it's not the best value, it's still something. And people will will go for it. But yeah, how you spend the glory is really it's really up to like each individual on what they feel like they need, But yeah, I get potions, Tier 4 Basic, and a couple of Tier 1 Alpha. I've honestly been thinking about cutting back on the Tier 1 Alpha, but it does feel good to get them. It does help ease the rank up process. So, BG, if you claim to hate Stark Spidey, then why was he one of your first rank 5? Just went back and watched you do Variant 1 and noticed he was one of your first. He was one of my first because he was the best option in Alliance War for my path for some of the fights. And I don't really care for the champion, but not because he's weak. He's a strong champion. I just don't enjoy playing him. There's a lot of champions like that. Quake comes to mind as one of the strongest that I just have no interest in playing. But there are some situations where I may need to use her. Are you still playing drums, right? Not really, Zach. Primarily a guitar player, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on your favorite drummers. Ever since I moved, these apartments that I'm in, I just don't feel comfortable playing. I feel like I'm bothering everyone around me. In New Jersey, it was kind of like that too, except the last place that I lived in New Jersey, I feel like the walls were soundproof enough. Of course, there's no such thing as soundproof. You still hear everything going on in apartments. You hear the people walking above you, all that stuff. But the walls were thick enough, and there weren't as many units kind of like packed in together, so I didn't feel like I was bothering too many people. So I was playing drums every day when I was in that apartment. But ever since I moved, I really haven't played. Plus, this place that I'm in now is so small that I don't even have room to set them up. I still have the drums back there a bit. You can kind of see the... oh, jeez. How does this work with the damn camera being reversed? You can see the symbol right here, for the electronics set. You can see the stand and the rubber symbol. But anyway... favorite drummers, I would say Blake Richardson is probably number one. He's most known for, or best known for, Between the Buried and Me. Number 2, probably Arik and Proda, who I guess right now is best known for the Fever 333. I think that's the name of it. I don't really like that band. I'm not into them at all. But I've been listening to that dude. He used to post some YouTube videos. It was never that big on YouTube or anything, but he's entered some of the the Guitar Hero drum off things. But I'm just his energy is crazy, man. His energy is crazy, and he's one of those real unique drummers that you can tell he just sits there just trying to think up ridiculous combinations that just sound more unique. There's a lot of drummers that I like, though. When it comes to jazz drummers, I like, oh god, it's been so long since I've watched any of his stuff, I'm afraid I might be saying his name wrong, but I think Benny Greb, that's his name, right? He's super cool. There's so many drummers that I like. I like Marco Minute, I think his name is. I remember watching they were like replacing Mike Portnoy in Dream Theater, and they had like a documentary of like having different drummers trying out for the band, and I think that was my first time seeing him. I might have seen him before that, but that's when I really fell in love with him, just because he was like so happy while drumming. And he was wearing like a Cookie Monster t-shirt, if I remember correctly. And the dude, he's just cool, man. He's just funny. I like him because of that. Alright, hold on though. Mick said an over 10. Mick, thank you. Another 10, I should say. Saying I hate music, especially when it's played. What? If nothing sticks to Teflon, how does Teflon stick to the pan? Why do they lock gas station bathrooms? Are they afraid someone will clean them? I'm done. Night. Wow. Are these still from the book, or are you just winging it with these now? Where are you getting these from? Oh God. They are from the book? Yeah, book 2 still? Okay. All right. All right. I honestly couldn't tell. God, sorry guys. But Mick, dude, thank you very much for the very generous 30. And it's got about 8,000 more to go still. Oh, God. Well, I've got about 10,000 boos in me, so I got that book covered. Which reminds me, boo to all of that. Terrible. When you posting level up video, it should be posted tomorrow. I have to edit it down. It was over an hour of leveling up champions, which you guys don't need to see all the leveling up. I'll edit down as much as I possibly can. Brand from Mastodon is my favorite drummer. It's telling me how good he is. I like Mastodon. I listened to a few of their albums. He's got an interesting style. He's very like fill heavy style, which is cool. It's enjoyable. Come on, the bathroom one was good, funny, and true. It wasn't terrible, I suppose. Let me see, which was my favorite Mastodon album. Here we go. Crack the... Wait. Okay, yeah, yeah. Crack the Sky. The final song on that, The Last Baron. Oh, dude. That song's awesome. I wasn't into some of their earlier stuff, but I did really like Crack the Sky. And I think there was a couple of songs off Emperor of Sand that I liked. And then Cold Dark Place EP. There was a few there was some pretty interesting stuff on that too. How I have Man-Thing and don't like him. Well, Man-Thing, he seems like he's more of a defensive tanky champ, and most people don't like those champs. Upload it and I'll watch the full hour plus. You underestimate the content I desire. Well, maybe you're into it, but I'm not. And I'm not posting an hour of feeding ISO to champions. I ranked up a lot of champions. If you did a moment you realize you worked way too hard to edit a video that's going to get 10 views. Oh, Hector. Is it a CCP vid? Is it Yeah, dude, I kind of hate that feeling too, man. when you know like you're just pouring tons of work into a video that is not going to get the attention it deserves, and you can get the same amount of views by just like winging it. It is a bad feeling. But if it's a yes, goddamn CCP videos, yeah. But everyone go subscribe to Hector. He puts out some quality stuff. He doesn't upload a ton of videos, but that's even better, right? You don't gotta watch a lot of crap to find the good uploads. You could just watch the good stuff that he posts. Same or better views by uploading a quest crystal opening. Yeah. It's sad, man. That one in particular just went in one ear and out the other. I guess it didn't stick. No, I got it. But well. Trip to the docks, Brian. The chest now, but antibiotics, maybe steroids. Get well, dude. Yeah, I'll be all right. I hate going to the doctors. I hate taking stuff. I'll be all right. I'm getting better. I know I'm getting better, but Crack the Sky is my top 5 records ever. It's really good, man. It's really good. I've listened to it. I don't know if I put it top 5, but I do like it. I've probably listened to it a good dozen times through. It's one of those albums where I can listen to just the whole thing straight through, you know? It feels more like a complete work rather than just like a bunch of random songs thrown together. But The Last Baron especially, I really like. I used to hear it on the radio all the time, actually. There was a really good. Well, I'm sure they're still around, but there's a really good New Jersey-based metal station. WSOU, which is like the college radio station for Seton Hall. And yeah, they would they take requests all the time, and just a lot of the people, I wouldn't say, like, not all of the DJs were into metal, but they kind of had to play metal music, so it was kind of interesting getting to hear them kind of learn more about metal. Ooh, Daily Crystal's about to come up. And hear what they liked and everything. It was cool. Man. And of course, like, you know, you listen to like a standard radio station and it's tons of commercials, or I don't know, man. I was never into like talk radio. And this didn't really have any of that since it was a college radio station. Every once in a while, they'd be like, "Yeah, I don't know." I was gonna say like, "Come down to our campus," but they never said that. Anyway, um, I'm out for the night, guys. I'll be back tomorrow, normal time. I am going to be grinding for Man-Thing. I would love to get back into 6.2, but because I need to grind for Man-Thing again, unfortunately, that's where my time's going to be. I need to get this dude. I missed round 1. I'm just going to be kicking myself if I don't get him round 2. So I'm going to go round 2. And yeah. I may try to do a day stream for one of the days. It's not going to be tomorrow, though. If anything, it would probably be on Wednesday if I was going to do it. Actually, yeah, Thursday I'm leaving. Thursday, I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream at all. Like Thursday, Friday. I think I come back Saturday. Have a wedding that I got to fly out for. So, maybe some stream absences again. Which I hate doing, but you know, has to happen sometimes. All right. Anyway, Mick, thank you very much, dude, for the very generous $30 they sent over, taking the big D of the night. Oh, that sounded way wrong. Jesus. But yeah, thank you, dude. Thank you to everyone else that sent over a little something. Is appreciated. And yeah, I'll see you guys all tomorrow. All right. Good night, everybody.